see doesn't mean I don't believe. Tell you I can feel it.
Yeah. So I sit with a tight grip on my pen 2 a.m. I'm on a night shift. Tell myself I remember feeling like this.
Yeah, so for my intro, I played Shane Soderbaum's song. He sent me an email with a bunch of his songs. He's local, and I'm not going to get copyrighted like they usually do.
Wait, maybe I'm thinking of Todd. I know Todd.
It's his older brother.
Yeah, I don't think I ever met Shane.
Dude, he can put out some great music.
Yeah, me and Todd used to fuck around in, I guess, gym class.
Dude, Todd's cool. He's a tall guy.
Yeah, he's tall as
6'5".
fuck. Little fucking alien.
Dude, he's so skinny.
Yeah.
That would be so nice to have a fast metabolism, never gain weight.
Yep. You're telling me, dude.
I know, dude. But, thanks for coming on, dude.
Yeah, we're doing this.
We're doing this. Obviously, it's a different setup. I drove down to Chuckanut to a nice property here to do it.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you.
Unfortunately, not my property, but I'm able to live here, so.
Yeah. No, it's nice. Trees are blooming finally, dude. This
Yep.
winter was so long.
It's windy as fuck. If pine cones fall on the top of this place, it's gonna sound like an airstrike. So sorry in advance, but it is what it is.
Yeah. So one of the things I wanted to talk about on the podcast, obviously dirt bikes, because you're a huge enthusiast. Used to be very good. I remember in school, bro, you're always in a wheelchair, injured.
Yeah. We can dive into that if you want to. That's a pretty good story about that, but we can get into that later if you want.
So honestly, you had more injuries than anybody I've ever met in my entire life. Swear to God,
that's
dude.
not surprising.
You had cast, you had leg cast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember you willing it in like 7th, 8th grade on the around.
I don't know if it's still true, but when that happened, I held the record for the biggest cast at Children's Hospital in Seattle.
Really?
Yeah,
it went all the way up to your thigh.
It went all the way up to my thigh, and with how bad I broke my leg swelled up like ×2. So they had to wrap the cast around a swollen leg. So length and girth, pretty much.
What kind of break was it? And it was from
it was what the hell did she call it? It was a triplanal fracture, is what she said. So it was so my foot hit the ground, my toe did, but my heel stayed on the foot peg. So when the toe hit, my leg just spun until the point of where the bone broke in all different directions.
Oh my god.
And
in different places of your leg, or
it was mainly down low on the. Which one's bigger, tibia or fibia?
You know this. I'm gonna go with the tibia.
One of the two.
Yeah.
One of those two. Broke down below.
Jeez.
And then I think I had a small break up towards the knee.
Were you in such shock that you didn't feel it at first?
Well,
so much adrenaline.
I felt the leg for sure, but it didn't feel like it was broken. It just kind of went, I guess, numb, but numb's not the right word. That's the only thing I can think of, though. But I wasn't so much shocked that I didn't realize that I broke my arm.
Jeez.
Because I guess during the process of falling and trying to brace myself or something, I put my hands out and broke my arm too. So I had a full leg cast on my right arm, and then a full leg cast on my right leg, and then a full arm cast on my left arm.
Same crash? You broke both?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh man, that's horrible.
Yeah, and then I broke the same wrist, damn near in the same spot, 2 more times.
Do you still feel it? Like, do you have full mobility, or?
It never really. I got lucky and I got a really good surgeon. I can't remember her name, but she was a total sweetheart and she was really fucking good at her job.
Yeah.
And she got me put back together best possible way, but there's kind of always this. I wouldn't say unstable, but unstable feeling in the wrist.
Yeah. Just
because it's been broken so many times. I did have a plate and 5 screws from there to there. You can still see the scar. But I got that taken out just because I wanted to
have a life.
I wanted to have no more metal in my body.
Oh, yeah.
I have metal in my arm and metal in my leg, but
half bionic.
Yeah, but honestly, compared to most other dudes, that's really not that bad of an injury in dirt bikes.
Oh, it could have been worse.
Way worse.
I know the recovery time though. You were in a cast for a long time.
It was.
It felt like forever. It felt like I've only known you in cast. in wheelchairs.
It was weird because basically that whole year was a blur. I mean, it happened in 8th grade, so I'm a little fucking kid. And I'm stuck in this wheelchair. I can't go to school. I can't do nothing. I can't even take a piss on my own. I can't take a shower on my own. And it happens all the time. You get hooked on pain meds.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way around it. Because back then I didn't smoke weed. I wish I did for that.
So what did they prescribe you?
I was on Percocets, and I think Oxys too. Honestly, dude, I don't know.
Jeez.
I don't know. I just kept eating pills. It was horrible. And
that-
then when the point came to where, I had to get off pills because my prescription ran out or I was healing or whatever. That's when I realized I was like, oh fuck, dude, I don't want to give these up. These are pretty sick. Like,
yeah.
Like you get to that point where you feel like you need them.
Oh, for sure.
And honestly, that whole year was the darkest point in my entire life, for sure.
I bet, dude. I didn't know you had an addiction. I mean, it comes with the injuries though, because they prescribe you like crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I'll fully admit it, dude. I was full on addicted and didn't even realize it.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
It's easy to get addicted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a huge problem, dude.
Big problem.
Huge problem. And yeah, for caffeine, I don't even drink it to feel anything. I drink it to feel normal. I drink it so I don't get headaches.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way.
Dude, it's sad. I'm trying to get off. I shouldn't say that. I can get off if I want.
I try to tell myself with coffee, like, I'll drink it to wake up because I get up at like 4:50 to go to work.
Right.
And it's my excuse to wake up. But by the time I hit the freeway, I'm awake.
Yeah.
So.
Are you a morning person?
Fuck no, dude.
Fuck no, me neither.
Fuck no.
I can't, dude.
I'm a morning person if I can wake up on my own time.
Agreed.
But if I wake up to an alarm, nah.
However, some of the best sleeps I've had in my life, I've actually been waking up by an alarm. Like, there's been times where I'm able to sleep as long as possible, and I wake up feeling like shit, groggy. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I feel like sometimes your circadian rhythm should get interrupted to wake up.
Probably true. True.
But I'm not a morning person, and I wish I wasn't so cranky in the morning. But I'm like, don't talk to me for the first like hour and a half, and then we're good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But once I get going, I'm good.
You know, it's kind of funny. I don't know if anybody's ever said this, but I feel like I've had some of my best sleeps on a couch.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to my bed sometimes.
Oh, dude.
Like, even on this piece of shit couch, it's literally not even long enough. Like, my feet hang off up to, like, my calves.
Yeah.
I've had some of the best sleeps ever right there on that couch.
Really?
It's weird.
I know. I feel like...
Couch hits different.
Dude. Couches, when you're exhausted, those are the places you reside.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're watching a movie, you want to go to bed, but you're too tired, so you just pass out on the couch.
Yeah.
Then you wake up like, what year is it?
Yeah.
And, I mean, going back to growing up and stuff we talked about on the phone, want to make sure it's a comfortable question for you. But the time in your life when your parents divorced was a time that you had to figure out how to grow up fast. Like, you just graduate high school and your parents split.
Yeah, it was weird. Like, I feel like it's either your parents split up when you're really young and that's all you know, or it happens when you're like in your 20s.
Right. Do you think they held on for you to grow up and do the adult thing and get out? Did they hang on for you?
That's kind of hard to say. I wouldn't blame them if they did. I feel like that'd be kind of smart, honestly. Especially like once you get to a certain point. Like, I feel like if parents were to split up and your kids are 10, 13 years old, it might hit them a little harder compared to being an adult, 20, 21. But I don't know. I think they just weren't meant to be together, and it didn't work out, and the timing worked out, and me and my brother were out of the house, and we're self-sufficient now, so I think it just didn't work out, and I think now they're both happier. Enough time has passed.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. You always want your parents to be happy.
Yeah.
But I know that, I mean, obviously my parents are still married, but I can't even imagine them splitting. And I could imagine, like, it would feel like a breakup. Like, you kind of grieve for a while.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe.
Yeah.
It's been your existence forever.
Definitely. You grow up and you think that, your parents are the perfect two people for each other, and just in general, they could do no wrong or whatever.
Yeah.
And then something like that happens, and it kind of makes you look at I guess, life a little differently, but you can't predict shit like that, so
You can't.
it is what it
And
is.
isn't it crazy growing up and you think your parents are like superheroes?
Literally.
Just to grow up and figure out they're just human beings.
Yep.
And then like now you're in the position, you're like, this life thing ain't easy.
No.
It's not as easy as it's
Yeah.
put out to be. However, one thing I am grateful for, I'll always be grateful for, is thinking that my dad and my mom, but my dad especially, the sacrifices he made for my family, but always thinking he was like Superman, to grow up and realize that like he really does have the integrity and character that I always thought that he did have.
Yeah. Yep.
And yeah, dude, let's get off this topic because it's making me emotional. But he really did, the sacrifices and stuff he made. I grew up to figure out that he really was the man I thought he was.
Yeah.
Like because you
I
grew
could
up,
say the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, because like it was kind of a love-hate relationship with the company, because my parents had their own construction company when I was growing up, and my dad would spend so much time with the company, so naturally he didn't have enough time to spend with family, but that comes with having a company.
Right.
So he had to make those sacrifices for us.
Right.
So I don't think you can fault somebody for doing something like that, because they had to do something like that to provide for the family.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And now that you are the age that you are, you look at it from a new perspective, a new scope,
Yeah.
because you understand the sacrifice.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause
Now,
when you
now
grow
I
up-
can definitely appreciate it.
Oh, for sure.
Like back when I was growing up, I was like, let's go to the track or something, Dad. But it never got to play out that way.
Right.
And I guess I used to get kind of butthurt about that, but now totally get it, totally understand. It's the way it was meant to be. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. I mean, yeah, and I'm gonna dive in, okay?
All right.
So your brother was in the military, right?
Yeah. Yep.
He went through depression and stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't he go through a divorce?
Yep.
So
Yeah,
now
he
he's got to
did.
pay a lot of money each month?
Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, he told me something. He's got to pay some crazy amount of money because of the divorce.
I've actually never talked to him about that. That one
Really?
surprised me though. Is that how it normally goes?
I don't know. He's the first one that told me. Because when you go in the military, if you're married or if you're dating somebody and go in the military, I would say there's like a 99% chance you're getting married.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're just jumping to it,
Yeah.
and that's why so many get divorced and there's so many affairs and
Yeah. Yeah. That doesn't surprise me at all.
yeah. He seems happy now though.
Oh, he's the happiest I've ever seen him now.
It's awesome.
I don't know if he has to pay money.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing.
I
to
wonder
ask.
how much if he does. That fucking sucks.
I know, dude.
That
As
sucks.
a brother, it might be a good thing to ask.
Probably.
Find out. Yeah. I know, dude. That's the thing too, is having siblings and growing up and doing your own stuff. You neglect a lot of conversations and personal parts about their life. You just don't
Yeah.
even think about,
Yeah.
or you don't know.
Yeah.
Like they struggle with things you don't know about, and vice versa.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's cool to feed off of your siblings and watch them do great things.
Yeah. Well, I had the pleasure of being the little brother. Well, it was good and bad, right? Because
I know.
I would always get shit on by
Oh, yeah.
Nathan. But at the same time, I got to learn from his fuck ups.
Right.
So.
And your parents aren't as strict on you. In my
Yeah.
person, like
Yeah,
they
true.
beat the shit out of the first kid
Yeah.
because they don't know how to do punishments, so they
Yep.
just slap the shit out of them. And then by us, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
We get slapped around a little.
Yeah.
But,
They took it all out on the older siblings. So,
oh, dude,
yeah.
my sister didn't get any beatings.
Really?
Oh yeah. And I mean, I'm just kidding. Like we didn't really get beat, but we got spanked like we should.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I went to a wrestling camp. The Coach Cal, he put in perspective, like your kid runs out on the road. You say, listen, man, don't do that again. Does it again. You keep giving them warnings, but it's not enough of a consequence for them to stop.
Exactly.
Then he finally goes out and gets hit and dies. It's
Mhm.
like you're gonna feel bad forever.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you do gotta discipline your kids.
Yep. Yep. They have to learn somehow.
We got to.
Mm-hmm.
All right, going back to WRS.
Oh fuck.
Or
Yeah.
going to, I guess.
Yep.
But how you liking it? You pave, right?
Yeah. I make the dumbass roads. It's good and it's bad. It's kind of funny. Growing up, my parents had the construction company. Growing up, I always said I don't want to work construction. It doesn't look fun to me. It doesn't look rewarding. The money might be good, but
Right.
I don't want to fucking do it.
Here
And
you are.
First job I got out of high school was construction, and I've been there 4 years now.
Yeah, dude. There's something to be said though for hard work.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm kind of glad that I picked it now that I'm in it and 4 years into it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad that I'm doing it, but never what I wanted to do.
Right.
But it allows me to, you know, fully financially support myself as...
Oh, for sure.
How old am I? 23?
You tell me. I don't know.
I think I'm 23.
Yeah, 23. I'm
Yeah.
23.
Yeah.
I was old for my grade. I'm turning 24 in June.
Are you really?
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, it's hard as fuck. First like couple years being a ground grunt, being the bitch, doing the bitch work. But now I've moved up to a operator position, and
Nice.
it's pretty cake.
Just tell people what to do.
Not that much,
Yeah.
but no, I run the roller, so and I'm the finish roller guy, so I'm the guy that's farthest back on the job. I'm pretty much by myself most of the time, and then I'm the last guy to leave the job, and I just gotta make sure there's no cuts in it.
Yeah.
It's pretty cake. It's pretty
And
sweet.
I know doing hard stuff like hard labor. A lot of people, dude. I can never sit in a cubicle. I'm
No,
glad I'm out
no.
doing work, and at the end of the day, there's some satisfaction.
Yeah,
It's hard,
Yeah.
but when you're done, it's like, oh,
yeah,
you feel satisfied.
yeah.
And, it's an honest living for sure.
Well, how long have you been have you been working at the propane company?
Been around it my whole life.
Yeah, true.
But working, driving 2 years.
Really?
Yeah, driving.
Do you have to get a CDL for that, right?
Yeah, I just got the Class B because I'll never do long haul.
Yeah.
In long haul, you gotta the class is twice as long,
Yeah.
and it's what is it, like $5,000?
Yep.
To get your license.
Yeah, my buddy just did it. It's $5,000.
It's expensive, dude.
Yeah.
My dad was nice enough to pay for half of it.
Really?
Yeah, but I think it was like $3,000 for my Class B, and then you do It was hard because it was during COVID, and the DMV is it's a joke, dude.
Yeah.
It's a joke, but CDL, people going for their CDL license, they're actually essential. So if you make an appointment, you're like first up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you can get right in. So I had to retake a bunch of tests, and I failed a bunch, but
See, I think they're gonna want me. WRS is gonna want me to get my CDL next year, I think, and I'm not really looking forward to it. I don't want to get it.
no.
I do and I don't. It's
Yeah.
gonna be nice to have to just do the class and you have your CDL for the rest of your
Yeah.
life.
You get paid better right off the bat, right?
Yeah, yeah. But my buddy was telling me about the test, and holy fuck, dude! Like, I'm gonna be stressing so hard because I'm gonna have to do the Class A.
Class. Well, I don't know. Whatever they tell you to do. I'm guessing Class A.
I think Class A. But he was telling me like how strict they are on like the wording, even like how,
it's
how you say
ridiculous.
something for like the pre-trip, like when you do a walk around and inspect the truck. If you say like the mirror is fastened securely to the truck instead of
Bolted.
yeah,
or
something like that. Like
yeah.
if you get one fucking word off, they'll dock you points.
Oh, tell me about it.
So
And dude, every time you take it, it's $200.
yeah,
In my
Yeah.
assistant class I was going through, they didn't even tell me, and I didn't have cash on me, so I had to go run and get cash so I could take my test. Because you're on a strict schedule. Like you set a time, you got to do it, or you got to wait to do another
Yeah.
one. It's not bad. I failed the pre-trip, and then I asked the same guy that failed me on that, how many points did I miss that by? 1 point.
really,
1 point, and he failed me.
and that's another $200, right?
Well, just that one time. I just
Oh.
had to pay once. I went back and passed it, but he's like, "You barely passed that." I'm like, "Well, I passed it, so give me my license." So it was nerve-wracking, dude, at first,
I bet, dude.
but you get comfortable with it just like anything else.
Yeah. Yep.
Tractor and trailer, dude. That's the hardest part is backing.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
I feel like I can do that though.
Oh yeah.
When I first started working, I towed behind this little trailer, and it was narrow, so you couldn't see it in your mirrors. So I got pretty fucking good at backing up that thing
oh yeah.
without even being able to see it in my mirrors going straight. So, and now I have a full size trailer towing a roller, so I'm not too worried about backing.
Yeah. Or for dirt biking.
What about it?
All right. So, are you still trying to race?
Dude, I'd love to. It's just, it's so hard to. It sucks that I picked the most expensive fucking hobby in the world.
It's dude. It's so expensive.
Yeah.
Racing.
It's I want to, but now that I'm older and kind of realistic with myself,
Yeah.
I'm probably not gonna go anywhere in racing.
So you're.
Not to say it's not worth it. I'd love to go to. I don't want to go to Hannigan, but I'd love to go to Grace Harbor or Horn Rapids and do a race just for the hell of it.
Rip it up.
Yeah, because I only go and do practice days.
Oh yeah.
If I do go.
Yeah, but for you, man, that's still fun though, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
whenever you're able to get on a track, it fills your soul.
Yeah.
Because you were so enthusiastic about
Yeah.
motorcycles, like more than anybody I've ever met.
No, the happiest moments of my life ever were on a
On the
dirt
track.
bike. We're on a dirt bike. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
No, I know it. Anytime you talk about it, your eyes light up.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
And it was it's cool too because sometimes you'll get lucky. I went over to Eastern Washington and went to Horn Rapids, and I think it was my first time there. And I'm not fucking fast at all. I'll be the first one to admit that. But there was Carson Brown was there. I know you don't know him, but he's I think he's 5th right now in the 250 championship professionally.
Damn.
And this was a couple years ago when he was on Husqvarna, and he fucking flew by me on the track. We were on the track at the same time, just spinning laps. And I managed to catch his last name. I saw Brown on the back of his jersey, and I was like, okay,
I know who you are.
I know who you are. When you come back around,
Yeah.
I'm going to try to hang with you. I'm going to actually give it my all and see what I can do.
Yeah.
He comes back around, and dude, I literally couldn't hang with him for a single corner.
Really.
So, for me, doing this my whole life and thinking I have a good perspective of, how fast top guys go, and then to actually get passed by one, it blew me the fuck away.
Oh, I bet.
The top guys are insane.
I bet.
Yeah, insane.
So, going off of that, and in wrestling, you do gain a perspective. You think you're good.
Oh, yeah.
It's hilarious, because I placed 3rd in the state of Washington,
Mm-hmm.
went on to college, one match away from being an All-American Sweet 16s, Division II.
Were you really?
Yeah. Yeah, but,
I didn't know that.
yeah. But what I'm getting at is it really doesn't mean a whole lot. It does, because I, trained my whole life for it.
Yeah.
But in another sense, going to camps and stuff, I wrestled against Ethan Lezak, and he was 2nd in the nation for NCAAs, and he pinned me in 30 seconds in a referee's position.
No shit.
Yeah. And here I am thinking I'm good.
Yeah, see,
And he pinned me, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened, dude?
Yeah. See, in anything like those types of sports, there's so many fucking levels to it
So
that
many
you have to
levels.
experience to actually appreciate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, you got to be humble, too. We were talking about UFC before we start talking.
Mm-hmm.
But you got 4-time NCAA champions getting knocked out, the
Mhm.
first round.
Yeah.
So there's levels, dude. You
Mhm.
got the best jiu-jitsu guys in the world just getting knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And
And then you throw in freaks of nature like Francis.
oh,
Did you see the new Jackass movie?
I didn't. He's in it though.
There's that part in there, and he gets to punch Aaron in the balls with a cup on, but they threw up a stat. I don't know if it's true, but it sounds like it. Apparently, his punch is equivalent to getting hit by a Ford Focus at full speed,
That's insane.
and he took it to the balls.
That's insane, dude. That is, I believe it though. That guy's
Yeah.
a freak of nature.
Exactly. So you throw guys like that in the mix.
Yeah,
There's so many fucking levels to sports like that.
I know. And that's when it really humbles you. You
Mhm.
think you're good, and it also gives you motivation knowing that there's so much more that can be done.
Oh yeah.
If you
Yeah.
want to get good, because then there's people that are just athletically out of this world,
Yeah.
and I don't know, man. Maybe you don't have that athleticism to hang, or that's when you got to be realistic too.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, dude, going into the MMA is no joke, and Jono's training with the top dudes, but there's a lot of obstacles. Jono Stewart, we went
Yep.
to school with them.
Yep.
We talked about it, but
Yep.
he moved to Arkansas, training with T.J. Brown and Bryce Mitchell.
So I don't know. Did he solely move there to pursue fighting?
He moved to California as a bouncer and got fired. I think it's because COVID and everything, wasn't busy enough or something. Not that he was bad at the job. He could be someone's ass.
I was gonna say that doesn't make sense.
So then he wrestled in Arkansas before, so he went there and got into a gym with some killers, T.J. Brown, Bryce Mitchell.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and he was saying that there's levels, like there's state, and then region, and then like nation, and then you can get signed on to like a Bellator or a UFC, but you gotta like work your way through each tier.
Yeah.
And you gotta jump through a lot of obstacles to even make a run at it.
See, and it's kind of the opposite. I kind of just thought about this. Like, for a sport like motocross, you have to fork out so much fucking money just to have a chance to make it somewhere and start getting paid. In a sport like fighting, there's no fucking money until you make it, right?
No money.
That's
no
crazy.
Money. And you could even make it, and you could not be making shit, dude.
That's crazy.
Bryce Mitchell just beat Edson Barbosa, number 5 in the world, Brazilian, and he got paid $50,000 to win it, and he's gonna donate half to charity, and so that's $25,000.
Yeah.
You know, if he fights one time a year, that's $25,000 for the year.
Yeah.
And you got to pay your gyms.
Mm-hmm.
You got all kinds of taxes, so he's really taking home like $15,000 maybe.
Yeah. No, it's crazy.
So you don't get paid shit until you're the best of the best. Like, my dad, I think I told you before, but he raced go-karts in California. When he met my mom met him, and he had his go-kart in his living room.
Really?
Yeah. But, like, he didn't have any money, dude. So...
Your dad used to race go-karts?
Oh, yeah. My dad used to be heavy in the racing. He raced Danica Patrick on the track in California.
He really?
Yeah. And she whooped his ass. But she had all the best stuff, like the most expensive stuff.
Yeah.
That's not an excuse, but the fact is, like, if her engine blows, she can buy a new one.
Yeah.
If my dad's engine blows, his career's over.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, I definitely feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The sport of motocross is full of, they call them privateers. They have a little bit of support, you know, a couple sponsors helping out, but a lot of dudes are literally living out of a box van, traveling all over the country, going to the races, and then you got dudes who have a factory contract.
Yeah.
Through Yamaha or whatever. They got the team semi, multiple bikes, anything they need. It's
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Even going to Skagit Speedway here, like the World of Outlaws. You see some of these guys' trailers, so much. It's more than a house.
Yeah.
Like some of the stuff they have in there.
Yep.
And then I always love seeing the guy that has like one piece of shit trailer, one set of tires, and he just kills the whole field.
Yep.
But I'm always rooting for the underdog, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
We sponsor 2 of like the only sprint car racing girls in Whatcom County.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they're pretty good.
That's pretty sick.
We should go. World of
I've
Outlaws.
never been to Skagit Speedway. As
No.
much of a racing fan that I am, I've never been.
Really?
I've driven by it multiple times, and I'm like, oh, there's Skagit. I should go there.
Okay, so
No.
there's races, and then there's the World of Outlaws. We got to go to the World of Outlaws.
See, that's what my coworker was telling me. He was like, dude, you need to go to World of Outlaws.
Casey Kane went. He placed like 4th or 5th in the field.
For real?
Yeah, in sprint cars. I mean, he races other stuff. Like, he's great.
Yeah.
But he placed like 5th. That just shows you the competition right there,
that's
dude.
crazy. That's crazy.
But my family, we make a point to go every year. Like
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, you got to. I mean,
yeah,
you love racing. You gotta. That's an event you got to go to if you like. If you live in Whatcom County.
Yeah.
Shit, I would drive from out of state probably.
Yeah.
California, I'd probably go.
I'm thinking about going to. Fuck, dude, where is it? Michigan, I think. The Motocross to Nations is coming back to the U.S. and I think I might fucking road trip down there and go watch that.
Huge event.
Huge event. Like,
really?
It's the Olympics of motocross.
Oh, yeah.
It's a race that happens every year where each country gets 3 dudes to represent them. I think it's 3 dudes. And it's a team race over the weekend. It's crazy. And the U.S. hasn't won in 5-6 years, maybe more. We used to dominate, and then the Europeans are
insane.
They're fucking phenomenal now.
Yeah.
Those guys are insane.
Dude, that's how it is with fighting and Russians.
Yeah, exactly.
Those Kazakhstanians, dude.
Exactly.
The Khabibs and stuff.
Yeah.
Holy shit. We can't even compete, dude.
No.
We can't even compete.
Yeah, no, we're in the same boat. We can't touch those guys.
I know, it's crazy how like certain countries like dedicate their lives towards getting really good at one sport.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's kind of embarrassing, but our U.S. national soccer team, the men's, they played Greenland, and we got less. What was it? Like, their whole country compares to like our Texas, and they beat us.
For real?
Yeah, it's embarrassing. Cause, dude, the U.S. is very political and like who they play and stuff. Like what?
Are they?
Oh yeah, what players they decide to put on the field? So political. They don't play.
I wonder why the hell that is.
Money.
Probably, yeah.
Money for sure, dude.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I'm not. Yeah, but it's ridiculous. I know that.
Well, speaking of soccer, let me ask you, because I never asked you.
Yeah.
Soccer or wrestling? Which would you rather do?
Soccer.
For real?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have expected you to say that.
It's because my life experiences have led me to hate imposing my will on other people. I hate fighting. Unless
Really?
I have to. I hate it. And I just hate it because I know what it can do.
Mm-hmm.
I love it when it's reduced into an art form.
Yeah,
But
that makes sense.
other than that, I hate it.
Huh.
I mean, I could not wait to be done, to be honest with you.
No shit.
I miss the competition, and when I'm in it, I'm good.
Yeah.
But before and stuff, I play so many dirty tricks on my mind.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Like, I would never get nervous. I would just be like, is this really what I want to be doing right now?
Really?
Yeah. And that's how you know, like, your passion is gone. The thing that ruined it for me was cutting weight. And, like, I sacrificed a lot of weekends in a trash bag.
Yeah.
That a lot of my friends were out going, like, parties and stuff, which is great. I'd rather be doing that. But when you're developing as a young individual, the last thing you want to do is, like, deprive yourself of nutrition and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
I could definitely see that. That makes sense.
yeah. Me and Derek, dude, there's sometimes we were scrapping and we were cutting weight heavy. And we're just like, fuck this.
See, I never had to go through the weight cut thing for the 1 year that I did wrestle.
Yeah.
Quotes, because I didn't fucking wrestle. I just went to practices.
The hardest part is not physical, it's mental.
Yeah.
Hardest part.
Yeah.
It's literally all in your mind. Because there's sometimes I was golden. My senior year, I totally believed. In my mind, I had manifested a state championship. I worked my fucking ass off, dude. There'd be times I'd go home and I'd tell my parents I'm going to be state champion. I'm going to be state champion. And then to get third is still an accomplishment, but I wanted to be state champion.
Yeah.
You know?
So
And
you weren't happy with the third?
No.
Really?
I already got third. Yeah, I got third as a sophomore, you know?
Really?
And then I choked my junior year doing a bunch of stupid shit, you know? Not putting my full mind and body into wrestling. So I didn't place my junior year.
And then senior year, you got third again?
Senior year, I lost 4 matches the whole year.
Really?
Yeah. And the semifinals in state was one of the matches I lost. So it was horse. And in nationals in college, they literally, I was in the weight line. They literally were talking shit about Economy, my last name. They're talking shit, saying this guy was going to beat me. Because they're looking at, like, the rounds and stuff. Like, seeing who would match up in constellations. And he took me down twice really early. And then I rallied back and beat him.
Huh.
But right after that, I was thankful to be done.
No shit.
Yeah, dude.
See, I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed that at all.
And I only like soccer when, I don't know, because me and my brother are driving to Seattle 4 times a week when, from Blaine.
Back on Rangers, right?
Well, no, dude. I played on Rangers, and then Rangers was not good enough for us. Not to be cocky, but
Yeah.
the competition wasn't good enough, so we went down south. My brother played on the Sounders Academy, and then I
Oh,
played
really?
on. Oh, yeah. And then I played on. They traveled all over, like we always travel. And then I played on Northwest Nationals, which is a really good club. And then, yeah, but I was like 14 years old, driving 2 hours after school every day to practice, and then 2 hours back. So it's
Yeah.
like the competition side of it just got old,
Yeah.
got drained. And there's a lot of pressure.
Oh, I bet.
I love my dad, but your dad always wants the best for you, you know?
Yeah.
And they push you hard.
Yep.
But really, you gotta want it for yourself.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what people tell you.
Yeah.
Is that the same for dirt biking? Like, you had an inner passion yourself?
I did for the longest time, and then I don't know what it was. I think a lot of it had to do when I had my accident and was put in a wheelchair. I always knew it before I crashed, but once it did happen, I guess I accepted the reality and the danger of it. And with where I was at skill-wise at that point, I guess I kind of just accepted that it's not for me career-wise.
Right.
It's always going to be my love and passion, and I'll ride for as long as I can. But as far as making a career out of it, no. Because once I got put in that wheelchair, it was, thank God I was still in school and I wasn't 23 years old living on my own with bills to pay, and all of a sudden I can't work for a year.
Right.
So I thought about stuff like that a lot. And I guess being honest with myself, I kind of just gave up on it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it sucks.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Did you give up on it because the realization about how hard it was gonna be, or that like your skill level wasn't?
I think it was a mixture of a lot of different shit,
Yeah.
dude. Financially, the risk, risk of injury. It was a mixture of a lot of shit, and me, where I was at skill wise, didn't help at all.
Yeah.
And I never really did it the right way. Kids nowadays, their family spends every single dime on them with the chance of, or with the hope that they even have a chance of getting some support and
Right.
taking racing somewhere. And I just never did that. It was go to Hannigan sometimes on a Thursday. I'd skip most weeks. Dad was working, didn't have time to go to the track that day.
Jeez.
Oh well. And just never really took it serious enough.
I respect that. At least you're honest with yourself.
Yeah,
I feel like some people still kind of have their toes in the water,
yeah.
and they're just fucking lying to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're still kind of trying to make it happen,
Yeah,
but you got to be in it
Yeah.
if you want to make that shit happen.
yeah,
And I know for me, whenever I've given up on my dreams, it's because other people's opinions weighed me down,
really?
for sure. And as I get
See,
older,
I never had that.
Really?
No, because I don't think, I don't have a single fucking friend that rides dirt bikes
Yeah.
or is even really into it as much as me, and I don't know. I remember, again, back when I was in the wheelchair, a couple of people said to me like, along the lines of, "What the fuck are you doing? One day you're gonna kill yourself." That shit like that never got to me.
Yeah.
I didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I didn't give a shit about that. It was just it was just being brutally honest with myself.
For sure. I think that I didn't break that down very good because in sports I'm the same. Like other people's opinions don't matter to me. But like dreams outside of sports and stuff like that. Like especially in a small town, dude. Like,
Yeah.
You're fine with people as long as you're not doing better than people.
Yeah.
And I compare it, I've said it before, but I compare being in a small town to a little village. And like if you're hunting and you're a better hunter and you're getting more food, and you're not sharing, people aren't gonna like you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the right way to look at it.
I mean, that's why we came from California, dude. Like in California, there's not a small town mentality there. You either make it or you don't make it. Like if you open up a restaurant there and stuff, there's so many other restaurants.
Yeah.
Like you better be good,
Yeah.
or you're gonna be closed down. But people
I
aren't.
can't
gonna be
imagine
telling you to
opening up a
close.
fucking restaurant, dude.
Yeah, I don't want to get in too much, but Miguel Paso del Norte,
Yeah.
dude, COVID hit him so hard.
Did it?
And honestly, dude, he looks like he aged a bunch.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. He just looks stressed out, and it's just like, it was
I can't
such a hard
imagine.
time for people.
I can't imagine.
Like, large corporations are getting these write-offs to keep doing business during COVID, and these small companies are getting shut down. Small
Yeah.
businesses.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I couldn't open up a fucking restaurant, dude. There's no way.
No way.
No way.
Hey, but, that was a good talk.
That was a good talk. How
Yeah.
long was that? How long we been going?
We're gonna see. We're gonna see, but thanks. Thank you.
Thanks for having me, dude.
Yeah.
This was fun.
I'm gonna end it out with Shane Soderbaum.